it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to introduce you today's esteemed speaker. I'm happy to introduce Dr. Purna Roy. She is AVP Startup Readiness and Communication Strategy at SIIC IIT Kanpur. She brings with her a distinguished academic background with her master's from IIT Kharagpur and Georgia Tech, USA, and she did her PhD from Bowling Green State University and postdoc from University of Michigan. And she worked extensively in the science communication domain. So we are very privileged to have Dr. Purna Roy with us. And briefly about the Center of Excellence, 5G 6G Center of Excellence at IIT Kanpur. So this is a collaboration between IIT Kanpur and Government of Uttar Pradesh, start in UP. The objective of this Center of Excellence is to bring the cutting edge industry 5 6G for the benefit of UP and India with the support from industry as well as the startup ecosystem. So with this brief introduction, I hand over the session to Dr. Purna Roy to take it forward. Purna, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Charles. I'm really happy to address everyone present on this new topic. So 5G, 6G is an emerging technology, and I think there are a lot of exciting opportunities for startups in this area. So today, my goal is not to lecture you on how to start a telecommunication business. Each of you may have already defined your own space, your own area of interest or expertise, and perhaps you've already even built a business. So today, the goal of this presentation would be to show you how 5G and 6G can enhance your existing business, helping you reach more customers, operate efficiently, and create new opportunities. So just to give you an overview of the talk today, we'll explore 5 key areas that will help you understand and act on the opportunities emerging in this particular space. So we'll go over what 5G and 6G really mean, where 5G is already being used, how speed and efficiency are driving new exciting possibilities, how accessibility is reshaping business models, and what startups can practically do to get started today. So by the end of the session, our expectation is that you have a clear roadmap of how your startup, no matter what its sector, can start tapping into this next wave of connectivity-driven growth. Okay, so let's start by understanding the basics. 5G stands for fifth generation of mobile network. Compared to 4G, which most of us use today, 5G is about 10 to 100 times faster. So if I am to use an analogy, then you can think of 4G as a really broad highway that allows multiple vehicles to move simultaneously. 5G is like a hyperloop. It's ultra fast, smooth, and capable of handling much more traffic than 4G at once. It also offers ultra low latency, which means that there's virtually no lag between sending and receiving data. So that makes telecommunication truly real time. And whether it's autonomous vehicles that are operating in heavy traffic, or surgeons who are operating robotic surgeries remotely, there is virtually no lag between sending and receiving information. 6G technology, it's still in development. It's expected to hit the market around early 2030s. but it builds on the 5G foundation, but with even faster data transfer rates, near zero latency, and AI-driven networks that can adapt dynamically to user needs. So for startups, the message is that you do not have to wait for 6G development to act. You can start acting immediately in the 5G era. So let's see where 5G is currently being used. 5G is already being used in multiple sectors, and this will give you an idea of how this technology can be used, can be implemented in your business. So in manufacturing, 5G powered sensors allow machines to communicate with each other, to detect problems early and reduce downtime. So that creates an overall smart factory. For example, Bosch, a very well-known company, it uses 5G in its production lines to monitor equipment in real time, improving efficiency by up to 30%. In healthcare, startups are developing wearable devices that continuously transmit patient data to doctors through 5G connection, enabling remote monitoring and even remote operations. So this particular picture is actually from a recent robotic surgery that was conducted in China, where a doctor operated on a patient who was 5,000 kilometers away. The surgeon, along with his colleagues at Shanghai Chest Hospital, carried out this remote operation and removed a lung tumor using a 5G surgical robot. In retail, 5G is already very popular. Anyone who has used Amazon or IKEA, you've tried to buy a piece of furniture from these websites, you must have come across these augmented reality apps that allow you to visualize whatever furniture you're buying in your space, in your living room or your dining room. So IKEA is already testing this. Even for Amazon, I've seen with some products, they allow you to do the same, and allow you to stream seamlessly using high-speed 5G networks. In mobility, 5G supports connect and operate autonomous vehicles, where even microsecond level of communication between vehicles and traffic systems can prevent accidents and optimize route. So I'm sure you must have heard of self-driving cars. Actually, Tesla has now integrated 5G communication. They have partnered with AT&T, and they have integrated 5G communication to vehicles. So in the US and even in some European countries, if you order a Tesla, you place an order for the Tesla and you feed your address to the company when you place the car is actually self-driven to the address that you have selected. So they are already using 5G communication to navigate real-time traffic, and even elsewhere, 5G communication is used to collect weather information in improving autonomous route planning. So these examples are not just meant to provide inspiration. These are all real life cases. So these are to really motivate you that whether your startup is operating in logistics, in healthcare, in agri-tech, or in smart vehicles, 5G can create infrastructure for real-time insight, automation, and even smoother user experience. So what are the benefits of 5G technology? The core benefits lie with the speed and efficiency with which information is transmitted and the accessibility. So let's look at each of these points a little more closely. So in terms of speed and efficiency, 5G brings a connection speed that is much, much faster than 4G. So uh, if you are uploading information, just imagine that you're uploading a gigabyte worth of data in a few seconds instead of minutes. So for a startup, that would mean faster product updates, smoother app experiences, and instant feedback. 5G also offers ultra low latency, as low as 1 millisecond compared to 4G, which is 20 to 50 milliseconds. So that suggests that for IoT devices, or even for IoT-enabled agricultural devices or vehicles, this really helps enable real-time operations. So devices can send and receive data instantly, ensuring smooth and immediate responses. Fast communication reduces delay in critical systems. So that would vastly enhance safety, especially if you're thinking of spaces like autonomous vehicles, self-driven vehicle. So in these cases, this ultra low latency becomes critical in preventing accidents, in optimizing routes, etc. The other is the efficiency that IoT devices, that 5G brings to IoT devices. So 5G can support millions of devices per square kilometer. So that's perfect for growing smart cities like Bangalore or Gurgaon, or even Gujarat is a huge manufacturing hub for India. So the connections between different cities, the different manufacturing hubs in Gujarat, that can be vastly improved using 5G telecommunication. So now startups can actually build heavy applications without costly infrastructure, boosting innovation in sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, medtech, etc. The other really important factor to consider is accessibility. So particularly in a country like India, where the urban cities, there's a huge digital divide between urban cities and the rural markets. But 5G can actually bridge this digital divide. It makes high performance connectivity available not just in big cities, but also in smaller towns and rural areas. So that means startups can now reach new markets and customer segments that were previously either offline, unorganized, or critically underserved. So I think a very important example in this case would be edtech startups. So you can still see that there's a huge divide in the edtech resources that are available to children or to young adults who are placed in urban settings versus those who are in rural areas, villages, or small towns. Now, with the help of 5G communication, edtech startups can offer virtual classrooms to remote regions through stable 5G network. Similarly, agri-tech startups that are using IoT enabled devices for agriculture, they can deploy IoT sensors in farms in remote areas to monitor soil health or predict weather or monitor irrigation, something that was and it still is difficult with patchy 4G connectivity. Accessibility also means becoming more cost efficient. So cloud-based 5G tools APIs and IoT platforms, they are becoming more affordable. So even small teams can now experiment without needing in-house infrastructure or huge investment. So the accessibility is no longer limited to certain geographies. 5G is actually democratizing innovation, so as to speak. Okay, so now let's discuss the perhaps the most important takeaway from today's presentation, which is what are the startup opportunities and what are the practical ways in which startups can use these opportunities, use 5G telecommunication techniques to enhance their business. So one is something that I think I've clearly referred to multiple times already are IoT-enabled devices and smart products. So from wearables that monitor health in real time to connected home devices, IoT-enabled agricultural devices, autonomous vehicles, startups can design smart solutions using affordable 5G IoT modules. In terms of immersive customer experience, whether it's AR or VR based learning, or even the AR apps that many companies that are already using, retail trials. So if you see, there are a lot of apps that allow you to virtually try on clothes from the comfort of your home. So 5G is creating seamless customer experience. It is also making the enhancing the cost efficiency of different companies because there are fewer returns for retail space. In terms of automation and data intelligence, 5G's high bandwidth supports continuous data flow from devices. So that allows startups to create analytics-driven services in logistics, manufacturing, or agriculture. 5G also offers opportunities for collaborating platforms. So that means people can co-work remotely in real time. It can also be used for virtual prototyping or telepresence applications that can really thrive by using 5G communication. In terms of sustainability solutions, energy and mobility startups can use 5G-enabled data to optimize routes, reduce carbon emissions, and really, get the best out of the resources that are available, optimizing resource management. So each of these areas, they connect to real, tangible, scalable business opportunities, many of which are not capital intensive at all. So what are the practical steps, especially if you're an early stage startup and you have a budget to be mindful of? So one is to collaborate and co-develop with other companies. So if you are already connecting with an already established player in the 5G telecommunication space, you can seek collaborative opportunities with them and co-develop apps or products. You can explore local 5G networks. So identify telecom partners or innovation labs that are offering test networks. Some of these operators, they provide free sandboxes, which really allows bootstrap companies or early stage startups to explore this space without involving any money. Then prototype using a small use case. So start with something really specific, let's say a connected sensor or a real-time analytics feature or a mobile app enhancement using the 5G APIs. You can also partner with industry accelerators, universities, or telecom R&D programs. There are several of them that are looking for startups to co-create pilots. And then leverage funding opportunities, look for government or private programs that support 5G innovation. So here at SIC, our IoT team routinely posts, informs startups about upcoming programs in the 5G communication space. So make sure you do follow SIIC on our social media handles to really avail these opportunities that are presented by our government. And use the 5G telecom to test, learn, and scale. Start small and first measure the user impact, see if it is actually bringing about any tangible change to your business, and then scale what works and try to troubleshoot what doesn't work and how you can what you can do to change the outcome, what you can do to really enhance user experience. So once again, to reiterate the point where we started from, the goal here is not to lead you to become a telecom company instead, but to use 5G as an enabler, as an exciting and evolving technology for faster, smarter, and more connected innovations. So we have talked mainly about 5G opportunities today because that is what is upcoming and currently available in the market. But it is also important to look briefly at what lies ahead from excuse me, in terms of the journey ahead to 6G. So 6G, like I mentioned earlier, it's not available for commercial explorations yet. But the research and pilots are already indicating how industries will evolve by the early 2030s. So where 5G focuses on speed and scale and reliability, 6G adds intelligence, sensing, and sustainability. All three of which, particularly sustainability, will become a very, very big factor for all businesses alike in the upcoming future. So let's just break it down and see in what way 6G 6G can be used to optimize businesses in the near future. So one is through building intelligent networks. 6G will use embedded AI to optimize itself, actively anticipating demand, managing bandwidth accordingly, and enabling autonomous decision-making. So for startups, that will mean services that can learn and adapt in real time without human intervention. Another important factor would be integrated sensing and communication. So devices will not just connect, they'll sense their environment. Think of drones that are mapping terrain or while communicating live, or smart factories where machines detect defects in products or material stress before something actually happens. In terms of sustainability focus, which is going to be huge in the upcoming years, energy efficiency will be of prime importance in all sectors, regardless of their domain. So energy efficient network will be central, opening opportunities for green startups, for climate conscious startups working on low power IoT devices and circular tech solutions. In terms of immersive and spatial internet, 6G is expected to make holographic communication and tactile internet mainstream. So currently, a lot of people might be a little bit apprehensive about, what is the use of tactile communication at all. But um, research has actually shown that out of all forms of communication, tactile communication is probably the most widely accepted. So even, when we are connecting, when we are sending out signals and trying to look for extraterrestrial life, the signals aren't visual or audio signals. They are primarily tactile signals that would be used. So you can, in terms of tactile internet, you can think of doctor in one country, virtually guiding a robotic arm to perform a surgery, or engineers who are collaborating in real time through lifelike digital twins. So startups that are already thinking of or are already adapting to the 5G technology today, they will have the best opportunities to evolve and thrive in the 6G era. So the pilots, the partnerships that you build now, the insights that you get from early collaborations or early implementations of 5G techniques will directly shape how competitive you are, how fast you can grow your business in that 6G wave when it comes. So in terms of opportunities for startups, just to kind of summarize the main takeaways. So we see that 5G, 6G, these aren't just an upgrade from 4G in terms of mobile networks. They are the next leap in terms of how the digital and physical worlds interact and connect. So for startups, that will mean faster and more efficient operations, wide accessibility and reach in terms of reaching their customer base, and entirely new ways to deliver value for their customers in terms of user experience, in terms of speed, in terms of real-time data transfer. So when you think about the future of your business, remember Sir Arthur C. Clarke's timeless words, that is, any sufficiently advanced technology is equivalent to magic. And truly, 5G and 6G have that kind of magic because of their ability to transform what was once deemed impossible into something that's practical, scalable, and within your grasp. So startups that are actively exploring this space today will be ahead of the curve tomorrow for sure. So if you have to take just one idea moving forward, then start exploring how your business can benefit from this 5G wave, how you can use 5G to grow your reach, to reach an even wider audience, and improve the efficiency of your business. So that'll be all. Thank you, and I'll be happy to take any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Purna, for this wonderful session. I think all this time we were looking at how 5G uh, technologies only some startups can use, but I think today I have shown us that actually 5G can be used by all the startups. 5G, 6G technologies, they can integrate this technology into their businesses, and which will actually reap good returns for their business. So thank you so much. With that, we open the floor for the Q&A. So if anyone have any questions, you can raise the hand. That will be in the panel below. So once you raise the hand, we can take your questions.
So there's a question how startups can get financial and mentoring support from 5G, 6G program. So Charles,
Yeah,
so that
yeah. Yes, I will take this question. Uh, so the 5G Center of Excellence opens applications. Like you opened application recently, I will be opening soon, and also there is a hackathon in that coming up. So in that you can apply, and once we receive application, there will be evaluation and go on. And for EIR, we have 4 lakh funding for over a period of 1 year. And for minimum viable product segment, at MVP segment, we have 6 lakhs. And over the year, like we'll be having mentorship support, and the startups will be getting access to the 5G, 6G equipments, all this infrastructure also will be providing that support. So please visit our website of 5G, 6G. You can search on internet 5G, 6G Center of Excellence, IIT Kanpur, and you can get the questions. You can get your questions answered there. Yeah. I think we have one more raising of hand.
if an individual has an idea, how should they move forward? Who to approach initially?
Okay. So actually we have, if you're not yet clear on what that you want to do, so once you go to a website, so there you see our, actually a Gmail account is there where uh, you can post your queries there, and we will get back to you on this. Like what are the step you can take, what are the processes that you need to do, or how to start a company, all these basic questions you can answer there as well. So yeah. Anyone else have any other questions? Okay. So Purna, I have one question when you were actually going through the presentation. So a startup like who are, just say not yet know, does not know about 5 6G, but as you were telling that they can really actually utilize 5G 6G aspects into the business. So as a starting point, so can you maybe say 2 3 steps where really startup can actually start from, say, from today or in a month or so, where they can actually 1 or 2 aspects that they can actually explore and see, and they can integrate business? Is there something like that which you have anything
Like
for
I
the
mentioned,
startups?
there are many telecom operators that
Mm,
actually allow startups to collaborate. So startups can actually start by exploring their local 5G telecom providers and see if, like in the US, for example, I know there are telecom giants like Verizon and AT&T, which offer pilot partnerships. So in
mm,
India also they can explore spaces if telecom companies provide that. They could even just send out cold emails to their local 5G providers uh, to see if there are such collaborative opportunities, because many of these opportunities are beneficial for the telecom providers themselves, because they also want to see how their technology can be used and implemented in different ways. So I think the first step would definitely be connecting with your local 5G provider and see if there are any collaborative co-development opportunities.
yeah, perfect. So there is one question. Is it mandatory to get incubated at SIC Kanpur if startup gets selected in 5G 6G program? So in 5G program, once the startup is selected, so there are a host of services that also provided by SIC Kanpur. So we do incubate the startup at the SIC Kanpur. So with the funding and other support, we also provide the rest of the ecosystem support for a period of 3 years. So the startups are incubated at SIC Kanpur once they're selected. So with this, I think we can close the session. So as a vote of thanks, so I would like to thank Purna, Dr. Purna Roy, for her, taking her time from her schedule, and 5G, 6G is a very, new domain, really studying the entire aspect and understanding, make a presentation for all of us. So thank you so much, Purna, for your valuable uh, time and your wisdom, and your sharing your insights with us. We really appreciate, and we thank you on behalf of 5G 6G Center of Excellence. A big thank you for giving us this session. So with this, I would like to end the session. So I wish you all a very good day. Bye.
Thank you, Ram. Bye.